Let's go! Today we're going to talk about this bounce here on Bitcoin. What does this mean? Does this mean that we are now going to reverse and go up to the $33,000 level? Well, I'm going to tell you about that. I'm also going to update you on Ethereum, on Cardano, on altcoins in general, on the traditional markets, and of course, my trade here over on Femex. How is this doing right now? And what is my plan for this trade? Welcome back everybody, my name is Cristiano, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to this channel, then make sure to subscribe and also activate the bell right now. Alright guys, welcome back, and let's begin with Bitcoin here. And if you remember yesterday, I had buy orders around my orange box right here. I thought that we were going to go down here to some of these levels and actually go up. We were going to see a at least short-term bounce, but maybe also a reversal of the markets here. But at the very least, we were going to see a bounce. And yeah, we did see that bounce. So far, everything continues to go exactly according to what we have been anticipating here on this channel. So let's look at this with a bit more detail. So we went down to my red line, found support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So this level acted as very, very strong support. And I also need to tell you, before we talk about my trade, I need to tell you to be very cautious right now, because what I saw yesterday made me a little bit upset, I have to be honest. Because you know, I've been telling us that we are going to go down to this $30,000 level. But then from this level, this is where you actually become bullish, because it's a very high probability that we are going to see this bounce. Now, what I saw other YouTubers do, other people on Twitter, is that they said that around this vicinity that we were going to go up. And so they were wrecking their followers. And right here inside of my orange box, I don't know for the love of God why they would say this, but they said that you should short here, which blows my mind, because this is TA 101. I mean, I'm not doing anything special here. It only takes like a week of technical analysis knowledge to know that you don't short into massive support here. So if you got shorted, or if you shorted here, you are probably wrecked right now. So you never, this is why you have to pay attention to my lines here. You never short into major support. You are going to get wrecked, and a lot of people got wrecked yesterday. And I just want to say that you should probably, lower the average trade positions if you are unsure about the direction of the market, because right now, I mean, this is a nice little bounce, but this is also when I'm going to tell you to be cautious, because we are not out of the woods yet. I mean, we have this nice little bounce, and the trade here is up 17%, which is cool, but we can still roll over here. So, I mean, if you are in this trade right now, it's all about trying to figure out where this bounce is going to stop. If it is going to continue to the upside all the way to $33,000, well, I will tell you this. I am going to take profit for certain at $33,000, but maybe even around this vicinity right here, 31,500. Because remember, this was a short-term trade. I have my Bitcoin for my hodl bag. This was a short-term trade, just like every other trade we have been making here, buying off of the red level, my red line, taking profit as we're going up here, making 40, 35% each and every time. So it's a short-term trade, and this is not something to be held for long. So you need to figure out when to take profit here for sure at $33,000 or $33,000, and maybe even scale out a little bit here at 31,300 approximately. So yeah, this is what I'm watching, guys. We're not out of the woods yet, but we have had this short-term bounce. Now we are going to see if we are going to roll over. And if you want to short Bitcoin, this is what you do. You wait for us to get below $28,000. You wait for us to have a bit of a consolidation below this level, and that is when you short it down to 26,400. You don't short in the middle of massive red line support right here. You can see how strong this was. Again, supported the candles here multiple times. So yeah, that's just my honest thoughts, guys. Be very careful. People are either deliberately trying to get you wrecked, or they have no clue what they are talking about. Okay, let's talk about the moving averages. So the moving average is still sloping down, meaning that yes, we are at the massive support here, but these are very close to also reaching this level. And here's where it gets interesting, because we either have to break the $30,000 level to the downside, or we need to break the moving averages to the upside. And this would be the start of a trend reversal and a bullish trend reversal if we break these moving averages to the upside on the 4-hourly, but also on the hourly. And you can see it's all the way up here, still at $33,000. So this is on the daily. So you need to pay attention to all of these moving averages. Now, let's quickly talk about Ethereum and Cardano, but before we do that, if you want to claim your $1,200 bonus over on Femex, well, make sure to use my link right here and be prepared for the next trade. As always, I'm going to be fully transparent. I'm going to show you exactly what I am doing. So let's talk about Ethereum, and this is beautiful for Ethereum. We went down to my blue line, found support on the 4-hourly candles 1, 2, 3 times. The blue line is at 1,734 on Ethereum. We got some resistance here at 1,761, my orange line. Got rejected a couple of times, went above it, and this time we actually found resistance at 1,806. We got rejected, found support this time of the previous resistance, the orange line at 1,765 a couple of times, and then we actually broke through it, found some momentum to go to the upside, and now are getting rejected by the 1,883. So, I mean, look at these levels. This is like, yeah, I mean, this is beautiful. This is art right here. The price action following these levels to the exact dollar level, basically, and these kind of segments of the price action, you know, respecting these levels. So very beautiful. For Cardano, we went down to my orange line at $1.02 approximately, and the next level we're actually approaching the next resistance here at $1.16. So be prepared for that. Altcoins, as always, I am going to update you on this, and I'm going to start to accumulate more altcoins once the Bitcoin dominance gets up to 52%. If we get here, I'm going to start to accumulate even more altcoins. And traditional markets, they did well yesterday. The futures markets are doing good today. So this is looking good so far, but pay attention to this, because if you start to see the traditional markets roll over, this is also going to crash Bitcoin. So yeah, that is definitely something you need to be aware of. And my overall stance right now is this, and don't get fooled here, because we are not out of the woods yet. We can still break down here. My whole purpose with this trade right here was a short-term trade. We don't know exactly where this pump is going to end, but this was a short-term trade. And we can still go down and reach these levels, but you need to watch these red lines. If we break these red lines and close below the red lines, that is not a good indication, okay? So pay attention to that, and you got my overall orange box here. This is definitely a level to pay attention to. And you have the grayscale unlocks. You know, we've been talking about grayscale, and you have already had massive amounts of unlocks here. So this is also kind of like a looming thing right now in crypto, because these investors are probably going to sell their GBTC shares, which got unlocked here, many of them at the very least. And if they do that, that's also going to push down the Bitcoin price, because the premium, when you're selling GBTC, the premium goes down. And, you know, if there's too big of a premium, that is also going to affect the spot markets, because then people are going to opt into actually buy GBTC instead of real Bitcoin because of the massive premium. And so that is going to dampen the buying pressure on Bitcoin for a while. And look, I think that this bull market is going to heat up again during the latter parts of the summer. This is what I've been saying all along. As always, I am going to keep you updated, but I also want to remind you, everything in between these two red lines is just noise. So I wouldn't short into support here. I wouldn't, you know, bet on us going down until we are breaking down from the red lines. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.